Okay, this took 3 times to start, but like I can sense it. I'm sitting on the left of the camera, right? So I take my screen and I drag it over to the left, thinking because I see the screen in front of me, the camera is going to be in front of me, so I can move over. Sometimes intuition is such a crazy thing because I just had an intuition of something, and it was something really bizarre that I had picked up 2 dice, and it doesn't happen all the time. It comes without thought, and the intuition is that when I throw the dice, and I mean, I would be just jumping up and down. Would either I just know right away that's going to be a 6 and 3 or 4 and 2, you know, and not this one because I didn't have the intuition. Right now, I'm just throwing the dice. But sometimes you'll throw a dice in the air and you'll say, I don't know, 6-1, or just you'll say 6-1, um, or you'll say, whoop, the camera fell down. But intuition is crazy. And in order to have intuition, if there was any link to the world we live, to the energy is inside, is that you penetrate into this energy. And why I was saying this is I was watching a video, listening to people, reading some articles over time, and I felt this intuition. And some of the time, this intuition it came in is when I was really, really synced in. And people sink in a little bit more on and off when they're on drugs. They have this better vision. They can articulate in different ways. Um, for instance, let's take marijuana. That if you have this inside of you, that if you're in the buzz, right, that gel that's inside is connecting to the two sides a little bit quicker, and it can almost see the end result or the result of what is happening consequentially somewhere else in the connecting universe. we you can believe what you wish and what you want. My question is, would you like to know if life ends at death, or is there something in between our life and another life, and the only way to get there is to leave this life go? You can't hold on forever. Let it go. Let it go, right? You're holding the ball. You need to get the guy out. You're still holding the ball. The guy's at home plate, so you get rid of the ball, taking away your lifeline. On the field, there is one team with 9 lifelines, guided by a manager who really is never supposed to leave the box, otherwise he gets a penalty, or you get a foul. You can also get a foul, right? It's a foul. In football, a foul is doing something at the wrong time. In baseball, a foul is consequentially that the ball goes not into the fair playing field, and there's no penalties for it, but you get to try again. Um, so I highly believe, and I really want to believe, that whatever I'm doing, I can retain the memory I have for the rest of my life into the new world, right? And how can you say, how can I remember 1,000,000,000 years of life? How much space will I need, right? Or just will it be a whole bunch of numbers in a square? And how many combinations of these numbers will you have to bring back this influx of your personal memory? And how much matière, space, will it use up for us to live billions and billions and trillions of existing years and come back to remember everything? Wow, I was doing a video. I completely got lost in the video. Um, Bang, bang, bang upstairs, dragging the chairs. Um, there's a word that I like to use, and I like to play with words. And one of the words that I like is to run, uh, to divide inside the sun, to look overseas, and to run in reverse. And all this comes from the word Venus, right? What words tell you inside your own head? The verse, Venus, Jesus, green, to go towards the seas, verses. Okay, now why do I do that? Because some of these letters reverse without knowing it. A halfway space, okay, between N and E equals to 19. 19 and 18 connect together. The 19th and 18th letters connect together. The 17th and the 20th connect together. And because the roulette board shows this, it shows that R and U are both above each other, and they're actually one for saying rue or you are. The 16 and 19, which is S&P, Standards and Poor, or the P and the 35 Total Electric Company, they stand together. One has an E before, one has an E after. If I go ESP, it would be basically the same word. Okay, 35 is what connects you to the basic core without having anything in between, because the 3 is part of 8 and the 5 is part of 9. 8 and 9 connect in letters. This is a new science I'm working on, and I'm quite sure if we put this into a computer that's 1,000 times quicker, it can tell us more stories. Now, don't forget, just like Stephen King and just like Stephen Hawking's, the theories and the mathematics that go along with it, this also has its own theory and mathematics that go along, because these words, okay, are in our dictionary. We use them every day. There is a consulting faction that our alphabet has 26 letters in the English language, and if you start at 0 and run through, if you start A0 and run through Y, you actually have 25. You actually have 0 to 25, and the letters, and would stop at Z, sorry, 26, and the 26 one, sorry, would be 25. Z would be the 25th letter, and then if actually you would add Z on if you want to go to 26, it would be YZY, going 25, 26, 25, or 7. Sorry, you would go YZY, which be the first Y would be the 24th letter, and then the Z would be the 25th letter, and then you go to Y as the 26th letter, but you go YZY, and you actually say 676. Whoa. Y, 25th letter, also stands for Earth. So you would go Y is the 25th letter, which is actually the Z, because there's only 26 numbers, and you're using O, which is A, because you're using A in the O position as first, but not first. And on the keyboard, it starts at 1 and ends at 9, and then O. And when you're using numbers and you're at a bank machine, it doesn't tell you, it doesn't show you any letters. Sorry, when you're using the telephone, it doesn't show you anything for the number 1, but the number 1 on the bank machine has Q17 and Z26, totaling 43, as to if they would have Z25 and Q16, right, would equal to 41, and that's your yo DNA. You would have, sorry, you would have, which number did I say? 41 and 43. That's your 84 standing for Pluto. But regardless, it would have AD of creation, alternate creation, A and I, because 43 will create A and I, and 41 will create 5, 4 into the sun. 41, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 will create 45, and 4 times 3, 4 plus 3 is 7, and 12 equals to 19, and if you minus the number, it equals to 0.5. 7 minus from 12, and it's 7 and 3 standing for Nibiru, and the cube that's infiltrated in here through the DC world, creating McDonald's farm, ACDC, as EIEIO is 59590, and that's the most you can actually have on the clock. And the 0 is everything inside the rotation. You go from, you skip the first number, but every number in between is 59, is 58, and 1 this way or 1 that way would make the 59th minute. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.